Benedict High School. Um, yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but I'll give you his name, and if you know him, show him that love. He's definitely from Hillside. Um, um, got a nice little position. I know I got 1 minute. Well, I came on 2 minutes earlier, but I just want to show this man some love. You know what I'm saying? He goes by the name of Mr. Al Hardy, ladies and gentlemen. You know, he's coming in a couple. My bad. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, Mr. Al Hardy. Excuse the grades. Excuse this. It's all about the quarantine time, and I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I won't be out no time soon. I just heard it like doubled up, spiked up, and I'm just gonna keep myself healthy, ready to rock, ready to roll, and that's what it is. Make sure y'all keep wearing them masks and everything though too. When you do go out, if you do go out, you're just waiting for my man Al Hardy to come on in, and we're gonna get this started. It's 8 p.m. Friday night. I'm glad y'all could be any place in the world, but you're here with me, chopping it up, talking some old school basketball. You know what I'm saying? Some fun times, good times. You know, how y'all quarantine doing out there though? You know, I see the comments. I stay reading the comments. Yeah, just waiting for my man Al to pop in. 1 minute, y'all. 1 minute. My fault, guys. Sorry about that. Got to start using the laptop. Hey guys, another thing I want to say is, whenever you tune into this show, I noticed that it has the IG live joint already. Just when it goes to YouTube, definitely hit that like button for me. Okay, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Al Hardy is in the building. Al, what's going on, baby?
What's good, man? How are you, my brother?
Chilling, chilling, man. I'm glad you got a chance to get up on the Hillside Roundup. Now, in all actuality, you are definitely from Hillside, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm from the boonies, man.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
You know.
I
So, so,
remember a little while back. Well, this was way while ago.
uh,
When Biddy basketball was around, we was on like one of them teams out there, and we played on that team, and we grew, got older. We just never made it in school. You know, what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying high school, but we here.
yeah, yeah. So, I went to Calvin Coolidge,
Right. Oh, really?
boonies.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was a great experience. You
Hmm.
know, Principal Washington. I mean, I remember my teachers, man. Mr. Porper, fourth grade. Mr.
Wow.
Porper, he was dope because he was a white guy. But he used to play ball. He was like one of my favorite teachers in elementary. I think that's so important. Like with everything that's happening right now,
Hmm.
is that we have to really look at our education system. You know what I mean? Like who's really teaching our babies and everything like that. So he
Right.
was a instrumental guy just on how I view education. He was relatable. Um, he wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty with the kids, like go out there and play. You know what I mean?
Right.
So super dope dude.
Okay. So now down middle school. Where'd you go? Middle school. Middle school. You
Middle
was up.
school. So I went from Calvin Coolidge. Then I went to GW to sixth grade. Then from there, I went to St. Benedict's Prep.
Right. Okay, that was a disconnect then. Okay.
Seventh, eighth grade. My man Mill, he introduced me to St. Benedict's, and I have something that I'm writing about, just my journey, and a part of it is who you connected to, your relationships, and everything like that. And I would say that Mill, he introduced me to St. Benedict's, man, and uh, and I think, I always wanted to play ball. I wanted to play ball at a high level. Um, and not saying that, Hillside was a great place when I like looking at Wayne, Lamont, and even Dell, like in seventh, eighth grade. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Looking at them, how they matured, what it is that they were doing. But for me, I saw a bigger picture at St. Benedict. So my parents, I was fortunate enough that they saw the vision. They saw the vision. My father, he was big on education,
Yes.
and
Yes. Yeah.
he footed the bill, man. So I went there from seventh, and seventh, eighth is called lower division, and then in high school, is a whole process that you have to go through. But it's super dope, bro.
Yeah.
My mom said it's expensive.
You know what?
Hopefully that was a major investment, though, Mom.
Yeah, you definitely. It definitely was, because once you go to Benedict, you come out different. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I remember you just coming down playing ball, but then now I see you nowadays. It's like a mature man. Like, we in the same grade and everything, But some of us take that path deeper and more serious than others,
Yeah, it's really who you connect. Like, I think, I mean, I know we're gonna get into Central,
Yeah.
and what I want to do is I want to connect those dots, with playing in the park, and how, what it is that I saw, playing with some of those guys, some of those great talents. You know what I mean? Because a lot of things that I learned playing on the court was transferable. You know what I mean, to life, man. You know what I
Right.
mean? And you're a coach, man.
Yeah.
So you know how it is.
Yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? You know how it is. So you have to be able to take somebody's life and then inspire them to be the best that they can be on the court.
Absolutely.
And then, but the opposite is that you have to motivate that person to have that same effort in the classroom.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think we have to, I think we have some work. Can you hear me?
I mean, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, but I heard what you said. But and then one quick story, like, you say, is what you connected, who you connected to, and everything like that. You're absolutely right with that, because I remember that year, I wanted to get out of Hillside. I wanted to get out bad.
Yeah.
But like, I had an older brother and a younger brother.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at the time, I couldn't do it. And you
Mhm.
go wrong with Mill, because me and Mill been together since the Sandbox, man. And
Yeah.
wherever we started off in Irvington, came to Hillside, and then
Yeah.
once he left, it was like totally different when finishing out high school and seventh, eighth grade without my best friend, so to say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that connection, yeah, man. It definitely, it ain't what you know is who you know type thing too.
Yeah. I think we have to really consider that, man. Relationships are so important, man.
Yeah.
Like when I look at, like I was listening to Dell, I was listening to Wayne, um, Graham,
Yeah.
like all of these guys, man. Like the relationships that I formed. Like I met Graham, uh, as a substitute teacher.
Oh wow.
And you know what I mean? So I realized that he lived in the boondocks.
Mm.
I also realized that, you know what I mean? So his path is kind of similar to my path. I think sometimes, like, we have to have mentors in every aspect of our life, right?
Right.
So, he played ball, then, he went to college, then he became a sub, then he went through the pathway of becoming a teacher, then
Yeah.
he was a coach, then he became a VP, and then he became a principal. I mean, you have to look at stuff like that. Like I I played with. I used to work out with Dell,
Mm-hmm.
like all the time, like all the time. He really, I would contribute him to helping me uh, get on the varsity team because my varsity team at Benedict, man, it was tough to get on those teams, bro.
Yeah.
It was tough. Like, you know what I mean? Um, so freshman year, I played freshman ball. I went JV, and then my junior year, that's when like things started to change because that's when we started to bring in people from like North Carolina, Canada. You know what I mean? So from going from my sophomore year to my junior year, I knew I had to get better, right? So I played AAU with the Newark Rams, like Wayne was saying, and then but I was working out, man. Like I was working out with Dell. I mean, but I think what really started for me was like in those Calvin Coolidge days,
Yeah.
and like I used to go. We used to start playing Calvin Coolidge
Yeah.
in the Boondocks. We had a nice little squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's this little kid, not kid, but it was this little guy. His name is Terrence, real small,
Light skinned kid, right?
light skin. Back in the day, he was old. He was around in the Wayne era, but
Yeah. Yeah.
he was real small, talked a lot. But he was
Mm-hmm.
crafty on the court. He
Yeah.
knew how to, like he knew how to move. Like he was real crafty. So
Right.
I picked up stuff from him, right? I picked up, how to get around the rim. You know what I mean? You have a big man because he was little, so I would see how he would maneuver, pump fake, footwork, stuff like that. So, so I was paying attention to all of that type of stuff. But then I started to realize that Central was the place to be. So I remember my first time out there. I never really touched that B court, and because uh, I just didn't have to
Mm-hmm.
because I think Wayne talked about it yesterday. I had a role, right?
Yeah.
I always and because I've been listening to your interviews, man. So
Yeah.
so I'm rolling. So like Jason Freeman, he had a rim in his backyard, right?
Right.
I realized that a lot of guys in the area, when they was working on that game, they was working on dribbling, going by people, and or they was working on mid range,
Mm-hmm.
right? So in my backyard, I was just shooting. I would just shoot, work on form. My pops, he sent me to like Seton Hall, a basketball camp. So I would work on form, making sure I had the L, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Follow through,
Follow
like
through.
all of that, you know what I mean? Like, so I was working on that. So what happened was I got on the court. It was one time. First time I came out there, rode my bike out there, um, and I was pretty decent. I would say 14, 15, um, and I was playing with Wayne, and uh, he had Wayne was doing his thing, had a great
Yeah.
game,
Right.
um, but but Wayne, he had vision, like he had court vision, like he called
Right.
him the general. So one time, I realized that how in the Last Dance, like Paxson, Kerr, uh, like those guys, they had only a couple of times you had to hit those percentage shots.
Right.
So I knew if I didn't hit a shot, you know what I mean, I might be on that B court.
Yeah.
so
Definitely.
so what I did was he gave me the ball mid range. I knew my spots. I hit like a game winner. It
Right.
was a wrap. I was always on that A court. You know what I mean? And I realized my role, especially out in Central, was I was a shooter. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I would like to play with Wayne or Dell, because they could take the lane, and if you're playing smart, I could spread them out because somebody's going to have to guard the shooter. So
Right.
he either has the lane, and if somebody commits, I'm right there,
Yeah.
and I and
Knock
I
it
can
down.
and I can hit that. So I mean, I learned like my pops, man. He really showed me a lot just having basketball IQ.
Mm.
Um, but I knew my role. You know what I mean. And then I started to develop by working out with Dell. We used to go to the park early. Um, so it was just a super super exciting time. So that took me to my junior year at St. Benedict's, man. So that year was a critical year because we was like number 2 in the state. We only lost to St. Anne's We lost, I think, maybe 2 games. We lost to St. one game. I think we only lost to St. Anne's in Massachusetts. We had an amazing squad. We had Bernard Barrow
Mm.
from the Bronx. We had Steve Branch from Newark, Glenn Davis from Newark. This kid named Harold Roten from North Carolina.
Mm.
My man Paul, he was from Newark. We had a squad. The year after that, we won our prep states. We had kids from like Croatia, so you know what I mean.
Wow.
So it was a great experience, not just on the court, but the whole Benedict's experience for me. It was great, man.
Yeah, nah, that's awesome, man. And I'm about to get into what we doing here tonight. Why we here
Okay.
tonight? The
Yes.
reason why we here tonight is to let everybody know who you are and what you're doing right now for the township of Hillside.
Okay. So as of August of last year, I became the acting, but I've been in acting, but acting recreation director. So, what that comes with is creating programs for our babies, for our kids, for our young ladies, for our young men. So we're here and we're trying to create. And I don't like it when we try to say we want to go back to where we were. I
Mm.
think we have to move forward. We have to do things that's going to take us to another level. We have to be forward thinking. So we want to create some of the programs that we had, like with Biddy, with the juniors, the seniors.
Mm.
We have the all stars. We want to get soccer back up and going. We
Mm.
have, and one thing, Kelvin and Mayo,
Mm.
he's a great player, and I think one of the skill set that really helped him to go to the next level is his footwork and him playing soccer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think we want to create, I think we want to be multi-dimensional. You know what I mean? I
Right.
remember Dell, he played soccer,
Soccer. Yeah.
baseball, you
Mm.
know what I mean? And him and Lamont, it was like awesome in multi sports, you know what I mean? Especially going from little league to I know Lamont, he did Babe Ruth. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a student of these guys, you know what I
Mm.
mean? So I think we want to create that atmosphere, but we want to move the town forward, man. I know we've been talking about how the parks look, things like that. Uh, but I think we have a lot of guys that's been watching, tuning in, but I think it's time for us, you know what I mean,
Mm.
to kind of just like let's take the helm, let's step up. You could call me, you could DM me, and I'm here, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I want to see. We all want to see where we could take these kids, man. I'm going to be doing this summer. Is going to be tough with COVID.
Yeah.
Um, so we got some virtual classes that we're going to be doing for the kids. I'm going to be doing this. I'm calling this thing a healthy hillside, and what a healthy hillside is we're going to be doing running, biking, and and cycling, right? Because COVID has hit our community the hardest, and when I'm saying
Yeah.
ours, like the African American
Right.
community. You know what I mean? And Hillside is 56% African American. You know what I mean? And our numbers have been a little high with the corona and some deaths. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
Definitely.
because we have pre-existing conditions. So we have to really reimagine how we're eating our foods. So when I talk about a healthy hillside, it's not just us working out. It's how we eating. It's how we interacting socially. You know what I mean? We don't want to be like, a lot of times you come from work. You don't want to go from work into a toxic environment at home.
Right.
So we want to start changing that culture, man. And I think we could do it, especially with some of the guys that we have here, man.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Because, like I said, I spoke to you behind the scenes. Most of those guys are down. They're with it. I see Al Tariq is in the building too. I know he definitely with it.
Oh,
Um,
let me say this, man. I
mhm.
like I really want to give a big shout out to Al Tariq because he's a super like he's an intense dude, and I
Yes.
think and I think we need that. We need that on multiple levels, man. When I say that, we need somebody to hold us accountable as men,
Right.
right? But to also because now I'm working in government to hold our politicians and people like myself and other people just as accountable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know he's one of those dudes who could do it, man. I've always like I've seen him on the court, but I've admired, how he's been with his children. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I always see him like in his pictures with his wife. I think that's super super dope. You know what I mean? Like him, another black man loving his wife and showing that
Yeah,
affection. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So I wanna salute that, man. Um so yo, hit me, bro. Like because there's some work that we have to do, man. It's a lot of work, and when I show you, you're gonna see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna see. So I appreciate you, brothers. Phil, I see Phil is
Yeah,
on.
yeah, Phil, you said
Um,
count him in. When you get out
Phil,
the
Phil,
VA.
Phil was one of those dudes. He was a leader. He was a floor general. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I used
definitely.
to come to these games even though I was playing in Benedict's, man. So you know, so let's work, man. Call me. I'm there from 9:30 to like 4 now because of Corona.
Hmm.
But you can always DM me, call me. Like let's make it happen. Whatever it is you want to do, let's figure out how we could do it. You know what
Right.
I mean? Let's figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what it all boils down to. I mean, like I think we have an idea. We definitely
Hmm.
have an idea, and we just need the rest of the soldiers to fall in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with
So
the
I
plan.
mean,
You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think the other part of it too is us really. We have to. I was listening to actually. Al Tariq's brother, and he was talking about some economic things that he wants to do just in general, right?
Hmm.
And I think we as men we have to address that economic piece, right? I see a lot of kids, not just in Hillside, but I see a lot of kids, young men, um, they go to school and they don't really understand what it takes to get into college.
Yeah.
So they get in and what happens is that they come back home a semester, 2 semesters, or 2 years in, and then they are home with moms or pops, and they don't really know what they're going to do. And that time period, let's just say they got that 2 to 3 year window, they're trying to figure things out. They're not really working at their fullest potential. You know
Right.
what I mean? So we have to figure out how to talk to these kids in an effective way to get them moving because the truth of the matter is in our community, right? In our community, and
Right.
let's be honest, right? You know what I mean? In that 2 to 3 year period, our women are they're getting their bachelors and they're getting their masters, and then they're going straight into their careers, and then we're behind. So we're behind in our women, but we're supposed to be leading,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So I think so there's certain things that's why I think a brother like Al Tariq, who's very you know what I mean, like he's like I said, he's intense, he's diligent, you know what I mean, and he could talk to the kids,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, right where they at, and he doesn't take he's a no nonsense dude. So
Yeah.
dudes like
Absolutely.
that, Phil, you know what I mean, like y'all can talk to him. When they see other men, it's like it ain't no, they can't back down. It ain't no wiggle room. You know what I mean? Because we ain't had no wiggle room.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
was going to the court, you know what I mean, and somebody saw me on the bike, they saying what's up. They knew who I was, or at least they knew my face. You know what I mean? We had accountability. So we have to get back to that part, man.
Yeah. That's absolutely, man. Yeah. Here we go, Phil. Still, he's saying he's still down. I mean, like, yo, this is what we wanted. This is what we needed, and like, they coming. They
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, we in the building, man. Yo, and I was talking to Dell. There's some things I want to do with him. I think the other part of it too is that uh, a lot of you guys have you like you built something at a young age, right? But there's like so let's just say that 92 team or let's just say going up to like 96 when Lamont left. You had Mazik, you had all of those guys. Y'all built something. But the problem is there wasn't another generation to pass the torch to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On multiple levels, there wasn't enough people to pass that torch to. Now, you know what I mean? Use me while I'm in the spot, and let's see how we get get it together where you could help out, but your name, you know what I mean? Your
Yeah.
name live on in this for the next generations to come. Because your names are powerful. You're a powerful dude. So I just
Yeah.
want to say thank you for this, man.
Yo, no problem. Hey, but Al, listen, I'm going to tell you, man. Also, it's like I forget who said it, but I think it was Jason Freeman or Marquise. No, but you
Yeah,
know what? Let me put it like this: Marquise, Stad, the Freemans,
yeah,
mother, father, Jamil's father,
yeah,
all our fathers from our era helped out and made the PAL and with these basketball programs that we had before happen. Now we're fathers. Now we
yeah.
have to step up and help you out and get this thing rolling because we got dedicated fathers out there that want to do it. And I think
Definitely,
that's what it's going to take as well.
definitely. And I think the other part is I don't want to take up anybody's time. So I'll put a plan together,
Mm.
and we'll put it where if you could just dedicate an hour, you know what I mean, an hour, you know, quarterly, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Um, Graham, what's good, man? Is that Graham or is that Dewan?
That's the one right there.
Oh, okay, Dewan. See, and I want to say this, like Dewan is an integral part
Yes, he
in,
is.
in Hillside. You know what I mean? Like he's an essential worker. You know what I
Yes.
mean? He's been a mailman for years, man. You know what I mean? And the people know him. What's good, bro? The people know him. Like, you know what I mean? Like they love it when, like, I've heard people who didn't even know I knew him. They'd be like, man, he brings my mail on time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You see
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we got brothers like that. You know what I mean? That we have to share these little principles and nuggets to our babies, man.
Right. You're absolutely right, man. So now that everybody know, and we got that out the way, comes that time, brother.
Okay, okay.
I'm curious to know, and like you, another one, like me and you, Dell. I think we all came out the same year. We all
Yeah,
came out the same
Dell
year.
Dell is a year ahead of me.
Okay,
He's 97. I'm 98.
98. Okay, yeah, okay, right. But we still within a year apart. His
Yeah,
was different, and yours is going to be different as well because you didn't go to Hillside, but you're a Central ball player.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I want to know your top five that you played at Central with.
Okay. See, and I don't really know the old timers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Vic, I just met Vic. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
did you now?
I just realized all the work that he's been doing, right?
Yeah.
So that's been super dope. So he helped out a little bit this year with Biddy. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Like it's crazy, man, because our budget, but that's off the topic. So my top five, my top five. I would definitely, and I'll go. I'll say, Tat
Okay.
Tat when he came out there. It felt like Baby Jordan was out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He
Yes.
started to develop that little that fade, like, you know what I mean. He could dunk on you.
Yeah.
He could keep you. He could put you on your hip.
Yeah.
He could, you know what I mean?
Roger
Like,
down. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So so I would say Tat. Um, I would definitely say um I would pick an all guard squad. You know what I mean? Like, there was this little kid named, he's not kid, but Chris. He was lefty.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I think they say he went to St. Pat's.
yeah, yeah. He was tough to me because he had heart. He had hops. Um, Judah was good, man. I'm proud of you too, man. One of my students.
Okay.
Um, Judah's a big kid. I want to get him over the hillside. He's a freshman. He's like 6. He gotta be. How tall are you, Judah? Yeah, Chris Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Judah like 6'3", freshman. He about to be a
Wow.
freshman. Yeah, his pop showed me something. He lifting up 100 pounds walking. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Chris Edwards, and I would say him because he had heart. He
Yeah.
wasn't afraid to back down. He had hops. You know what I
Yes.
mean? He's athletic. And he wanted to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I would definitely say Dell and Dwayne because they helped me in my matriculation with the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they helped me to mature. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and like, I think with Dell, we was talking yesterday, it was his passion. Like, I seen him go from being able to develop his whole game, him being able to be a facilitator, to him just being able to score 9 straight points. You
Right.
know what I mean? Against great talent. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So, and then he was all state and everything like that. So
Yeah.
I would say him. I would say Dwayne because he was able to see the court, like his basketball IQ.
His vision.
Yeah, his basketball IQ was at a whole nother level. He never backed down from anybody. Like, even right now, when you listen to him, he still wants to get out there and he still wants to play. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So that type of mentality, you know what I mean, is like, is uncomparable. Who I say? I say Tat,
Got Tat,
uh,
Dell,
Wayne,
Wayne, Chris.
Chris,
That's your last
and
one.
then last one. Um, I would say a Mayo, man. I would say a
Yo.
Mayo. Yeah, for the new generation. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I think he means a lot to them. You know what I mean? Um, and like, even right now, bro, like, I was just listening to him, like, and he wants to play. Like, he
Yeah.
just wants to play. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he just bet somebody some decent amount of change. You know what I mean? Because he want to play him 1-on-1. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I think that's like a product of Hillside. He doesn't back down. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so I appreciate that, right? I think the other part, man, like, and I was listening to conversations like about them saying, like, the king of Hillside, what are you the king of? And I get it, man. I get it from our generation, but I think for his generation, like, he's really like introducing people to who we were.
Right.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
I got you
Like,
there.
he's telling people like, yo, like, I'm from Hillside. You know what I mean? Like, so that's like the LeBron type of conversation. What are you the king of? But
Yeah.
I would say that, that I appreciate what it is that he's done. Like, you know what I mean? I'm appreciative. Like, even like when I first got there in August, he had a book bag drive. Like, you know what I mean? He wants to give back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think somebody like that partnered with some of the old timers, man, like ourselves, man, like, we going to get our kids to where they need to go.
Yeah. That's a most def, man. That one, my top five is different. I mean, like, you heard it, but it's categorized if you look at it, because I have I got Vic, Tat, two different eras.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and who I threw in there? I threw it was Vic, Tat, Snap. That was a different era too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I
and
love
I
Snap.
think it was my brother and Kelvin. Another
Yeah,
two different eras.
yeah.
So they're like
I
that.
love.
That would be a good team to go out there and, like, all right, let's go do this. We balling.
Yeah, I love Snap. I love Snap game. Like, like, he had unbelievable hops. He
Yes.
actually came over to Benedict's one time, a couple of times. I think he was trying to get in. It just didn't work.
Mm.
But, it would have been crazy if he
Right.
was with us. You know what I mean? Because we had some high flyers over
Oh
over
yeah.
with us. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I think I'm excited, man. I'm excited. My brothers, you know what I mean, who came up, and I used to come up with the goggles. Like, you
Yeah.
see the
Exactly.
basketball. I came up with the goggles. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You ride your
Moo used
bike,
to call
had the
me.
goggles
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, yeah. No, I had the goggles. I didn't ride with the goggles. I had
No,
the
no, no. You know
glasses.
what I
But you know what I mean?
mean? Yeah.
You know. So I stuck out. You know what I mean? So, you know, I had to figure that out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I
Hell
had to
yeah.
figure it out. You know what I mean? Hey, Dewan, I never changed. I still got the frames on, bro. You know what I
Shit.
mean? You
Hey, yo,
know.
but check this out, Al. Like, we got a lot of people in here. Everybody heard us. I'm about to hurry up and put this up too, man, because everybody that didn't see it, go and see it. So you know what I'm saying? And I just want everybody, if you didn't subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to it. You can get all of them. Check this out, and you go to our YouTube channel as well.
All right, let's do this, man. I need the ladies too, bro.
Okay.
I need, you know what I mean? I need the Tiffany Franklins. I need the Sandy Birds. I need the Sarita Freemans. I need the Sharon Johnsons. I need them, like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, our girls have different issues that they're dealing with.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And these ladies, like, they've gone through certain things that I'm not able to speak to.
Okay.
But through sports, like, they had a great team. That girls team, they had a great team. You know what I mean? And when I look at like Sharita, she was official.
Yes.
Right. She was one of the most official young ladies that I've seen. You know what I mean? So, you know, so we wanna do these young ladies, in basketball, but in life, like, you know, I see they got certain skill sets. I've been following them, so they got some certain skill set that these babies need. So, you know, and women, showing women that they can work together. You know what I mean? They don't have to argue or fight.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely.
Yo, also.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead. Say what you want to say.
Oh. Also, look, I got the merch going on. Like, I've been doing this merch thing. If you've been seeing the black men are dope, the black love is dope, the black women are dope. I got this hat. It's called Love Thy Neighbor in Our Hood. You know what I mean? Because that's where we at right now.
Yes,
we gotta love ourselves, love our neighbor, and love our hood, man. Love our neighborhood. So you can follow me. Follow me on this page. I got a website. Y'all can see the work that I've been doing in these schools in Newark too. I've been talking to these kids. I've been talking to these babies. I've been talking to these young men. I talked to these young men in high schools 5 years. You know, Barringers. I've been going to the Barringers. I've been going to the West Sides. I've been going to University. You know, I'm speaking in Brooklyn. So, like, if you follow my page, you'll see the things that I've been doing. So I want to make Hillside proud. You know what I mean? I want to make y'all proud. Also, if you didn't know, I had a barbershop in Hillside. I was a part owner, sold it back. So, I mean, look, man, let's get it done. Let's work.
Yeah.
Let's work.
Our biggest supporter right there is Diane Barnes right there. That's the young lady that that's the woman that showed us, that I sent you that message this morning about the park. She did that last year.
Okay.
She's right there. Okay. She said she did the stats for the girls.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're gonna be in touch with her as well.
So hit me up.
Hit me up
so we can figure it out.
Oh yeah. All right, Al, let me get this up here, man. Yo, I thank you. I appreciate you coming through. Yo, we got a lot of information out there. Let's see what happens. We're not gonna sit back and wait, but let's see who's big and what's gonna happen.
Hit me up, man. Let's go. Let's work.
Yo, no, I got you. He got it on the what's his name? He put his email out, right? You got your email out?
My email? Oh, go to www.mralhardy.com.
Right.
You can see everything. You'll be able to see everything on there. www.mralhardy.com. You'll see all the work. I got this thing called Occupy the Schools. You'll see the people rocking the merch. And that's been, I think, and that's what we're going to do also. We're going to do some entrepreneurial classes, because with everything that's happened with COVID, you know, we got to teach our people not just about how to save, but how to make money.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So if you can make an extra $500 a month, if you can make an extra $1,000 a month, you know what I mean? You don't have to always be begging somebody for that 2% raise.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then we build it up, help you to build it up where, you know what I mean, where you could have your own. So if something ever happens to you, you have the money that you save, and then you have the money that you're generating, right? So You know what I mean? So we can have that money where if anything happens, you still know how to make money. So let's that's where I want us to go.
Yes,
That's where we're
sir.
trying to go. That's where we're trying to go.
Yeah.
We have to go there. It ain't no choice now.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
All
So
right.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you,
Yo,
bro.
I appreciate you, brother. And I'll be
Yes,
in touch
sir.
with you real soon.
All right, thank you, bro.
All right. Peace.
Peace.